problem with tonight's episode is I'm going to crunch in the microphone a lot.
Well, that happens when we have certain foods.
Yeah. But it's good food. Anyway. Well, cheers. It's been a while since I've seen you. Been what, a couple weeks?
I know. I have like all this stuff here and I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do. Because I can cheer you with apple moonshine. Or with Climax moonshine.
That's what I got.
Or American born moonshine.
Got some of that too.
So I wasn't sure which one to go with.
Wait a minute. The difference between Gladys and I is I don't have the flavored ones on my desk.
Well, I only have one flavored one, and I don't remember why I got this, but it's sitting there for a little bit, and hopefully I don't need to refrigerate it because it was not refrigerated.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't need to refrigerate it.
So then we got some chicken, fried chicken.
I'm dumping stuff and I don't know what it is. Oh, my mama's picture, just dumped it behind her. I don't even know how I did that. So I do have some Southern foods. Do you want to see what I did?
What did you do? Yeah.
I did fried chicken that I got at Kroger. Then I found these Fran's waffles. They're thicker. And then I had made some fried chicken, but I wanted some raw fried chicken, which was not, this isn't breaded, that's breaded. So I figured I'd throw this on top of the waffle. I got some potato salad and some coleslaw. So I kind of wanted to, and I got some real maple syrup.
Because if you're going to have chicken and waffles, you got to have maple syrup.
The real stuff. So this is just bought today, and that's about to be poured over. And hopefully I don't make a mess. Some real maple syrup. So that was kind of exciting. I was like going, ooh. And this is Maple Grove Farms. They are in Vermont. So Maple Grove Farms, pure maple syrup. Price point was just what I wanted, unlike some of the other expensive things. So there were some recipes that I did find. I was going to do one, but I didn't run home to get my my strawberry jam. One of my clients always gives me jam, so I always have fresh jam. And so I'm down to my last jar, and then she gives me another one. So I usually have one jar in the back, and then, you know, in the pantry, and then the one that's in the fridge. But one of the recipes, because I looked up some recipes, and I thought, what could I do? What I first could do is take a picture of my food, because why would I forget to take?
Because fried chicken is not going to last long in front of the camera.
Oh, gotta love the food. Food is always good, you know. Gotta find the, you know, all the right stuff. Okay, so one of the recipes that I found that I thought was super yum. This one was, here it is. It is called Moonshine and Strawberry Jam Cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
And so it has this little bit of sweetness that the jam gives to the moonshine when it's being mixed, and it gives it this gorgeous red color. So it calls for 2 shots of your favorite moonshine, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of strawberry jam, and club soda. And apparently I ran out of lemon juice. I have to see if I have any here. I did buy strawberries because there was another recipe that called for strawberries. And then some other ones that called for schnapps. And I was like, I do not want to do schnapps.
No schnapps.
Yeah. This other one, the dreamsicle, sounded really yummy too. Dreamsicle was orange juice, sugar, vanilla extract, powdered vanilla coffee creamer, and your moonshine. So that sounded very yummy. And I was like going, ooh, I kind of like that. And I'm like, So you can do a lot with moonshine. And it says best, it's from, let me see who, Tennessee Shine Company is who I got these, the best things to mix with moonshine. And the thing is that moonshine's been around for a while. You know, in the 1860s, they had to be very ingenious in how they did their mixing. because they needed, it was bootleg liquor, so they needed to mix it to enhance the flavor or to kind of downplay the flavor of the alcohol. So there's a lot of fun recipes. Grapefruit juice. The other thing that they said was iced tea. So I did have some iced tea, so I pulled this out. So some iced tea, sweet vermouth.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It says folks who love Manhattans are sure to enjoy adding sweet vermouth to their moonshine. You can try a 50-50 ratio if you want a less sweet drink, or stick to the traditional 2 parts moonshine to the 1 part sweet for I think I might actually try that. I do have, and lemonade is another one. Beer.
Which is what I have. I have some lemonade.
Beer. If you're a big fan of beer but want something a little stronger from time to time, moonshine is the perfect addition to your light ale. All you need is 1 shot to pump up the intensity of your favorite brew. That was, and of course, orange juice and Coke and ginger ale. I have ginger ale. I do have Coke here, actually. And then I do have orange juice at home. And then they give you some options for a party. So that one, the dreamsicle, that one was for a party because it was a gallon of orange juice and 3 cups of so I thought that was kind of fun. Which is the other one? Ooh, the salty dog. Strawberries, crushed ice, Himalayan salt, moonshine, strawberry juice, and grapefruit juice. I thought that one sounded also kind of fun. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to do the sweet vermouth because I know I have some sweet vermouth over here. Grab that. So I have ransom.
Why did you not mention the one below salty dog? I'm just curious.
Go ahead and you can.
Why are you putting it on me?
You're the one who brought it up. I'm the one who ignored it.
It's because it has schnapps in it. That's why.
Yes, that's exactly the reason. The next
But there's other stuff you could put into instead of schnapps. I'd replace the peach schnapps with like, oh gosh, what is that? What is that you would put in a Bellini?
Like peach, like a puree, like a peach puree.
Like a peach puree, yeah.
Yeah, I would
so
do that.
Peach puree, orange juice, cranberry juice, all right, and then 2 ounces of moonshine.
Yeah.
And this one here, right, if you love the classic Sex on the Beach, this one here is called Sex in the Woods.
It is.
That's why she wouldn't say what it was, because it was called Sex in the Woods.
So since I'm going to do sweet vermouth, should I go with Climax or American Born?
Do the Climax. The Climax will mix better with the sweet vermouth.
Okay. So I'm going to use my little glass here. What do you think?
You're going to find Climax is more of a. I love them both. All right, the American Born. The American Born is something that if I want a bite, that's the one I'm going to drink. Climax. While I love the recipe that he has, it's a little milder.
Okay.
Right. Which, if you haven't drank moonshine in a while, it's the one to start with. Right. You know what I mean? Whereas your American Born is kind of like your high proof. What do they call that? The White Lightning.
Okay.
Right. It's going to have a little more of a bite to it. All right. Now I can drink the White Lightning, but if I haven't drank it in a long time, and then I go to drink it, it's going to give me a bite real quick.
Okay.
That's the one thing about moonshine is, and it's also, moonshine's a sipping drink. It's not a guzzling drink. It's not a down shot drink. It's a sipping, like a sipping whiskey. So
look at that pretty color.
yeah. I just mixed me up some Country Time lemonade.
Oh, fun.
And added me some moonshine to it. I had pineapple juice here. I was looking for things like cranberry juice, things like that around the house. I just didn't have. And the reason being, guys, is I'm traveling tomorrow, so I don't have a lot of food in the house. So to travel,
I've done that where it's like I can't have it. Before I went to my retreat. Some of us friends got together, and it was essentially Russian food and vodka. And one of the friends, her dad made vodka, and they're Russian. So it was very yum. That one was definitely a sipping one. And I really liked it. And so they're like, okay, leftovers. And I'm like, I can't take anything. I said, I'm leaving the following day. So I really liked their beet soup that had beef and potatoes. It was absolutely delicious. And they're all, you can freeze it. And I went, ooh. So I took one little bowl, container. So it was a lot of fun. And so I did still, have that. And then I put together just a little snack pack for the next day that I could take with me. So.
Well, I know I'm going on a plane.
I need to see your climax. That way I get a picture with both you and me with our climax. There we go. I like that.
I know I'm getting on a plane tomorrow going to California, but I'd sneak some of this fried chicken on the plane. I wouldn't care.
Oh, yeah. So I'm coming back, and for whatever reason, my time was off by an hour. I was like, oh, it's this time. And then I'm like, oh, no, I have time. I still haven't. 2 hours before I got there, but then it was really an hour. I didn't realize this. Well, then I wanted to make sure I was at the right gate before I stopped to get something to eat, because I was about to stop and just, have something to eat. And, but it said something like it was boarding. And I go, that can't be right. It just can't be right. So I went to look and I saw it again. It said boarding. And I go, that my flight was boarding. And I went, wait, already? And it said that it was, but they were in group B and I was like group F. So I ran upstairs to grab something to eat, well, to take with me on the plane, because I was hungry at this point. TSA had flagged me. So they did a secondary check by the airline. And I said, so long as I make my flight, I said, I don't care. You can check me all you want. So they checked and everything. Electronics, they swabbed my shoes, my hands, did a pat down. And so it was fine. I never eat Panda. I really don't. That's not my...
Really?
$19. $19 for freaking Panda at the airport.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you're kidding me. I think they were taking advantage because they weren't using a card. They were only using money. And they said 19. I almost said, your exchange rate is way off.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not going to fight you right now. I said, you do not give me, I want dollars back. They said, you'll get dollars. They had to do the math. And I was like, seriously, you had to do the math to subtract. I was like, all right.
Well, like I know my flight comes with a meal tomorrow, but for the most part, it's when I'm traveling, I want to actually have time to have my stomach filled before I get on the plane. I like to have a drink before I get on the plane. I know tomorrow I'm flying at 10 a.m., so I'm not going to have a drink before I get on the plane, and I'm probably only going to drink Dr. Pepper on the plane because it's lunchtime. It'd be lunchtime before I land. Or it won't even, I'll land before it's even lunchtime in California when I get there.
How long is your flight? Like a 3.5 hour, 4 hour flight?
A 3-hour flight, yeah. It's like a typical Dallas to Burbank, California. But it's like the food. It's like I won't get food that I'm gonna throw away here at the house. Like fried chicken is not something that's gonna be good when I get back on Sunday.
Right.
So, but like if I had different soups and stuff we were trying tonight that I could freeze, yeah. So one of the things I was gonna do, but because I know Gwen goes away tomorrow night, I think, and she's gone for one night. We have these things we started doing again was crepes. Almost like a pancake, but it's light, and then we roll it up with we have a strawberry rhubarb pie filling that we like in ours. And I was going to do that tonight because it'd go very well with the moonshine. But I'm like, nah, don't. I don't want my wife to prep everything. And I only went with chicken because I think I sat with you. I think texting you yesterday, going when I didn't hear from you at the grocery store. I'm like, well, I'm going to find out whatever's in the freezer. I'm going to find and cook up.
And you said fried chicken, and I was like, perfect.
Yeah, and then I had a rough day about it, and I should have just taken the steaks I had, because like frying chicken takes a little bit of work.
Hmm.
So, but what I did for lunch today would have worked too. So there's different lunch meats I like to have, and different lunch meats I don't. Like I have roast beef lunch meat in the house most of the time. Well, we have these iron skillets we have on our stove. I put a little bit of olive oil in the iron skillet, put the roast beef lunch meat in there, add
Hmm.
some garlic salt, some onion salt, salt, pepper. All right. And then I chopped up just a little bit of onion and put some little bit of onion in it. And I just turned it and made it almost like a steak sandwich.
Oh, fine.
Artesian bun, add some ketchup to it. And I mean, I could have added cheese and made it a cheese steak, but I just made it a regular steak sandwich.
Wow.
And it was a really interesting cook. I could have done that same thing tonight.
Right. I thought when you said that you put the roast beef, I thought you were going to say that you added some sauerkraut to it. That's what I thought you were going to do.
I've never tried that. That might actually. I mean, because I eat beef hot dogs with sauerkraut.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I mean, it's little things like this would go with the moonshine. Is what I'm saying. Is almost anything, and like we had some steaks that we were going to fry up tonight. I could have put steak on the grill and had a nice beef steak.
Mm.
You know. Put me up a potato. But the fried chicken was the original idea because of the fact that we had some drumsticks in the freezer. And I'm like, well, I'll just fry them up. I just didn't have time to fry them up today. Because if I'm going to do them, I'm going to do them right. I'm going to make me a batter. I'm going to put me some flour with some seasoning into it. And then I'm going to olive oil, or usually I would use, sometimes if I don't mind the weight, I'll put the olive oil.
Right.
But I'll do it with coconut oil.
Okay.
Not as heavy on the flavor with coconut oil, but I'll fry them right in the pan. I'll put oil in the pan and fry it in the pan, and not level oil. I mean, like a layer of oil.
Okay.
That's it. Just a layer of oil, so it doesn't burn. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I fry chicken up like that. Most of the time, it's not with legs or thighs. It's with breasts that are off the bone, and I just chop them up and flop them in an egg mix. And put them into a flour mix and then fry them up. And I've done that for lunch. And I've gone out to the kitchen, prepped it, cooked it, cleaned it up, and was back in the office in under 45 minutes.
Wow. That's pretty darn good.
But it's not like I don't do a 26 pieces of chicken. It's like 4 or 5 pieces of chicken.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I hardly ever double batter. I used to do sometimes where I double batter.
Okay. I've never double battered.
Yeah, I've got it down to a just enough recipe to have just a light bit of breading onto it, not a heavy breading. So
yeah, I've always liked the lighter breading. It's just, I don't need all that. You know, when you get something and it's just so thick that it's like, oh, that just doesn't even taste good. But
I'm using my little whiskey sifter that Alex, remember Alex was on here, whiskey weight loss.
Yep.
I have one of these whiskey sifters that I won at a networking group that came with a bottle of my whiskey from Alex.
Oh, nice.
And I figured I would do my moonshine in this tonight. So thank you, Alex Shaw from Whiskey Weight Loss. We'll give him a shout out tonight for this.
Yeah, thank you much. Well, one of the reasons why, because I wanted to explain why we picked Southern food to go with moonshine. Yeah. And it's really complimentary because a lot of Southern food is rich, it's fatty, it's smoky, and therefore a high proof, sometimes sweet or acidic spirits go very well. Mm-hmm. That's Southern cuisine. And so that's why we picked that. A moonshine, because of its proof, it's going to cut through the fat and through the richness. So if you have fried chicken, you have barbecued ribs, pork chops, they're rich and fatty. And so the proof of the traditional corn whiskey will cut through that grease and just cleanse the palate in between bites. Yeah. And that's what I've been feeling here. I feel like here I am with the waffle and the sweetness and the savory, and I've had some potato salad, and it feels like it's really cleansing. It feels like it goes very, very well. That sweet vermouth, because I did add a little bit, so it was about 1.5 ounces of moonshine to 1 ounce of sweet vermouth went well. At first, I added a little bit more moonshine because that 1-to-1 ratio was a little much. But also, if you're having a smoky flavor such as barbecue, then that traditional copper pot still, it carries a hint of the grain and of the Smoky Mountains, so that profile matches very well. And then if you're doing sweetness and tang, so if you're doing like an apple pie here, raspberry peach, or if you're mixing it into a sweet iced tea, this one's an unsweet iced tea, but if I had sweet iced tea, then that would go very well with something spicy or savory. And so you could really mix and match to make it go well. But you can also use it for cooking. And that was there was one website that I found that said you should be cooking with more moonshine. So it was 6 ways to shine is what they said. Let me see if I can get the name of it. LodgeCastIron.com. Their blog. They said pickled veggies. Turn pickling and when you're preserving to pour a generous splash of moonshine into the brine. And then you're going to top those boozy veggies with barbecue, with salad, with taco sandwiches, or a savory cocktail as you're grilling glaze. So you put whiskey in your barbecue sauce, right?
I do, but I have done moonshine in it.
Okay.
And I won't put the climax in because it's not flavorful enough. I will go with the American Born.
Okay.
All right. Or I'll go with the corn. Yeah, I'll go with the corn that Sugarland does.
Right. Okay.
Or even Old Smoky's corn whiskey. We'll do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the moonshine will tenderize the meat and enhance the flavor. So those are just 2 of the nice things. But you can also reduce the moonshine with molasses or honey, a little bit of salt. So those are other things you can do. But experiment. And you can also experiment with some flavored ones, but you might like it. So if you're doing pork and chicken, this would be a good one, the apple, because I serve pork with either pears or apples. Sometimes I've done also like blueberries, like a compote that I've made, or raspberry moonshine for salmon. That's another. You can braise a pork shoulder or chicken thighs, so that's a crowd pleaser. And so when you're using it to tenderize, maybe in a Dutch oven, you can then serve it on sandwiches and tacos with your favorite homemade sauce, pickled onion slaw. You can also, this was interesting because I just heard somebody else do it with vodka, I think it was, where you add your moonshine and sugar, and then you let it dry out, and then you can use it as dessert.
Yeah.
One thing that my mom did for a cake was vodka, Midori, and sugar. And she mixed that, and then that glazed beautifully. And because the bundt cake was so warm, when it was placed on top of it, it just melted beautifully on top. And it gave that, it had orange zest and orange juice a little bit because it was an orange cake. It was absolutely delicious. So you can definitely you can blend it to get that graininess out. So throw it into a food processor or just mix it. And I think it melts well enough. And if you want to make a ganache, like a heavy cream and butter, or in cakes, I was reading, somebody said to put vodka instead of, or to add vodka in, sorry, that was coffee. It was decaffeinated or caffeinated instant coffee into your brownies instead of water.
Really?
Yep. And it'll just.
But then it burns. But then it burns off in the baking. It burns off the vodka, right?
Yeah.
Because normally you would be cooking alcohol on a stovetop.
Correct.
All right, which would burn it off. Where burning it off on baking, you're burning it off in the oven. That's one thing I've never done is cooking something where it burned the alcohol off in the oven. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just like I've been reading all these different things, and I'm like, because I used to always keep instant coffee at home because of my mom. And I usually will keep, I'll buy the Starbucks kind because sometimes if I go backpacking or overnight backpacking, in the morning, do a packet of instant coffee and a packet of the abuelita's coffee, or excuse me, chocolate, the powdered chocolate, out of water, you now have a mocha. So I don't have to worry about a creamer. And it just tastes absolutely delicious, especially at 7 a.m, out in the woods. It's just, different things you can do. And then at night, you could just, do your bring some whiskey.
Yeah.
And not have to carry a jar. I did have this beautiful Buffalo Trace bladder, and it was plastic. So once you drink the vodka, or not the vodka, the whiskey, you don't have to worry about glass. You don't have to worry about cans or anything like that, like with beer or something like that. So kind of fun.
I know one of the things I have to usually travel with, and I'm out right now and I couldn't find more of them, is these little things of Buffalo Trace.
Yes.
So I'm thinking of taking this and filling it with some of my moonshine to take on this trip, and then taping it off and just sticking it in my suitcase. Anyway, I thought about something when we were talking about travel earlier today. The Whataburger commercials here in Texas. Have you heard the Whataburger commercials when you're down here? They have a thing here at Whataburger commercials where Whataburger's in most airports. Down in Texas it is.
Yeah.
And the young lady gets her Whataburger and she gets to the gate as the gate's about to close and she can't get in because the gate has closed. And the attendant says, "Well, I'll let you in if you give me my Whataburger." And the lady goes, "I'll wait for the next flight." Sometimes your food is just that good that, you know what? I'll wait for the next flight. Just had to say that.
Got to throw in the Whataburger reference in there. Yep. Still.
And it's funny. I'm from Texas, and Whataburger is not my favorite. I do like Whataburger. I like their chicken sandwich and I like their fish sandwich. I'm not their burgers. I'm like okay on, right? I don't know why. I'm okay on them, right? Truthfully, when it comes to burgers and I think we've said this before recently. I used to love Smash Burger, but they took my favorite burger away, so I don't like them anymore. Of the chains that are out there, I like In-N-Out's burger best, and I think it's because In-N-Out is still a basic burger. It's not. There's not 50 different. You know what I mean? Whereas Whataburger has a lot of great flavored burgers.
Yeah. No, In-N-Out is very, very basic.
But a very plain basic burger. And there's not very many places that have a plain basic burger that's good.
And they will do certain things off menu. So
yeah,
you don't see the grilled cheese. They do make a grilled cheese. And the other thing you don't see is animal style. And you'll hear people ask for animal style. And where they're grilling the onions with mustard and whatever else to put in it. And it is absolutely delicious. I will only do an animal style burger. I've tasted the animal style fries, but they do not have the best fries. You have to eat them right away because the fries just get all, and I don't like them.
If you get In-N-Out burger fries and a burger together, you're either going to eat all of one or all of the other because they're not. If you eat all the fries, the burger doesn't taste as good at the end because it gets bad. You eat all the burger, you're not going to eat all the fries.
Right.
So I always get the smallest amount of fries I can because of the whole fries. Whataburger, though, I think Whataburger has onion. No, Whataburger has tots.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's one of the things like I like is tots.
Yeah.
Actually, there used to be like when I said Smash Burger used to have sweet potato tots. Oh God, they were good.
I've had sweet potato tots before. Oh my goodness, that is yum.
And Smash Burger also had fried Brussels sprouts. Oh. There are certain things out there that are just, and these are kind of like Southern specialties, baby.
Mm-hmm.
The only wait, there's one more Southern specialty we haven't discussed yet, and we should put on the menu.
Do tell.
Fried okra.
Oh, yeah.
Fried okra.
I haven't had fried okra in a while. Actually, when I was seeing what to pair with fried chicken, fried okra was one of the options. Mm-hmm. The thing is, I'm in Oregon. Even when I was in
California, don't get it up there.
I don't know. They're frozen. And
so all the stuff that
I don't like the sliminess of the okra. It has to be fresh. Don't overcook the okra because it gets slimy. Ooh.
All the things we talk about, the Southern food, all the things that I love to eat. I mean, and I loved Northern diners. Growing up, that's what we had. All right. We didn't have, you know, the Whataburgers. We didn't have all these little chain things growing where I grew up. We had diners, which were just typical diners. Every one of them was just about the same in Northern. The thing that got me when I came to the South, and I'm going to mention the chains, but there are some Southern diners that are damn good that aren't chains. But the Southern chain diners that got me were Cracker Barrel. I loved Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel has some of the best fried okra. All right. They have really good meatloaf. All right. You tell somebody you're going to some restaurant for meatloaf.
Yeah.
That meatloaf better be damn good if you're going to a restaurant to have meatloaf.
Right.
Right. Now, other than my wife makes a kick-ass meatloaf. She made it the other night. Breakfast foods, Waffle House. Things that we didn't get in the North. We didn't have grits.
We do have Waffle House. Actually, there's one that's probably 20 minutes north of me. And then there's another one that I know for sure Waffle House is in Salem, another one in Eugene. So I know there's at least 3 Waffle Houses up here. And you know what to expect. You know
you
what
do, but the other kicker about Waffle House is usually when you're picking things, it's do you want the hash browns or do you want the grits? I want them both. They're both good.
Yeah. I'll usually go with grits just because it's something I don't normally get.
Yeah. That's
the Black Bear Diner does have decent grits.
Do they? Yeah.
And sometimes that's all I have for lunch. It's like I want some grits and then some butter. And
so like the Cajun spots I've gone to, like, you know, where I was at Walk-Ons a couple weeks ago, Walk-Ons has like a shrimp and grits. Oh, give me the shrimp and grits. Gwen has tried on a shrimp and grits and come up with a near perfect recipe onto it. But yeah, it's one of those. That's one of those godsend type recipes. She's trying to focus her hand. No, she's trying to hide the fact that she stuffed her face. That's what she's trying to hide.
I got blurry. And I know it ain't me. I haven't drank enough to get that blurry.
I've not had that much to drink yet, man. Officer, I'm not as drunk as I'm drunk you are.
I know. There we go. Okay. But yes, I had stuffed my face, y'all. And then he starts talking to me.
Yeah, but that's the fun of our show is being able to stuff your face with such good foods. I mean, you know, so yeah, like those are things I like from the South. The okra is one of the things. And growing up, I wasn't like, we didn't get okra that good up in the North, all right, as we do down in the South. Oh, she made it anyway. This is how much my wife loves me, guys.
I do let her a lot.
This is our crepes, all right, and it's got
This has got the strawberry rhubarb filling. This is butter with lemon peel and sugar, the way God intended it to be.
Oh, all right, here, baby, you can take this off.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to give you the dirty dishes in exchange.
Yeah, the little bit of butter with the lemon.
Yeah, I'm going to try that one first. Here we go.
Yum. And now have a little bit of your moonshine.
Hold on. I don't have just plain moonshine out already. I got to get some more plain moonshine in the glass.
There you go. That's important. But y'all, crepes are not that hard to make. But just a little bit of butter, a little bit of lemon zest, and a little bit of sugar. Oh my goodness, that is so yum. Or do that and then throw some strawberries in there or some strawberry jam. Not strawberry, sorry, raspberry. Raspberry and lemon. That is the best combination.
Strawberry rhubarb for me. Okay. The lemon zest in this and Tim Smith, I love your freaking Climax Moonshine. And the Climax Moonshine. So you've got the burn of the moonshine, right? Because I was sipping it a little faster. But the flavors in the moonshine, because this is a triple grain, all right, which has malted barley, rye, and wheat into it. That triple grain moonshine mixed with that crepe is, it's a godsend. And that's the one that she said was the way that God intended them to be.
So as I was getting my chicken,
Yeah.
and there was a new chicken in the deli, and I said, "What is that?" And then the guy says, "Would you like to try it?" I said, "Sure." I seriously thought he was going to break off a piece of that Kit Kat bar and give it to me. Oh no, he gave me the whole leg. And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Whenever you want, just ask." He goes, "You can taste anything." And I was like, there's times I bought something not knowing what it's going to taste like. Now I know I can ask. Like 31 flavors, get a little scoop. So he gives me the leg. It's good. And I said, "Okay, this is for my podcast. I'm going to be pairing it with moonshine." And he says, "Get the regular fried chicken." And I said, "All right." So he picked the two prettiest pieces of chicken, a thigh and a leg. The thigh that was on my that one was I had made that, but the leg I had gotten there, and then I still got a thigh. That'll, if I'm still hungry, I'm going to eat that. And then he also suggested either the Greek salad because it was very colorful, cucumbers and the purple onions, and then the red tomatoes with the feta cheese. He says that'll look great on camera with all the colors, but I don't know, the Greek didn't seem like it was going to go very well. He says, or the Southern slaw. So I said, let's go with the slaw because I had already picked the potato salad. Because for me, potato salad just says South. Fried chicken says South. And then coleslaw, it says summer to me.
It says summer in the South as well.
Yep. And so he says, he goes that, and then he said, thumbs up on the podcast. So that was kind of nice. But, and then he says, "Do you want me to take that?" And I said, "I'm not done munching on it." I was still like, trying to suck on that bone because it was good. It was like a ginger teriyaki, which was good, but it wasn't, and it was fried, but it was not just fried chicken. He saw, nope, just fried chicken. He saw.
The other thing that goes with the Southern and moonshine, and it's almost the greatest pairing in the world, is having a watermelon at the end.
Oh, that's the one thing I haven't bought is watermelon.
Well, this time of year, you're not really getting good watermelons this time.
No, I meant
right?
watermelon moonshine. That's what I meant. Sorry.
No. I don't like watermelon moonshine. I just don't. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you it's not great. It's not my cup of tea. Right? It's just not.
So
but watermelon and moonshine. Yes.
Have you infused your watermelon with moonshine?
Yes, I have. No. Yes, I have. I've done infusions here a couple times, and watermelon. Even though the two most popular ones are watermelon and strawberry, my infusions here at the house, those are my two worst.
Really?
Cherry is my best infusion. All right. Pineapple is another good infusion I've had. All right. I'm trying to think of what other ones I've had. I think I did blueberry once too, was a good infusion, but strawberry, blueberry, kiwi together is a good infusion because it's a fruit combination. Yeah. But anyway,
that's infusion was cucumber with vodka.
Well,
come summer, I will make some.
You say that. There's something I want to talk about, a recipe that we did here at the house. Okay. Now, there's a lot of things, Gwen and I are trying to get back to better, healthy living, and we started looking into Mediterranean stuff. Excuse me. She made a great quinoa salad yesterday, which we had. I had some for lunch again today. But something that we talked about last week, we were at the grocery store and we talked about, I'm getting this weird phase where I want to try tacos, different tacos.
Oh.
So I'm playing them up one night and I said, what would it take if we put lamb in tacos?
Oh, there you go.
And she goes, that'd be a pretty good idea. Yeah, there you go. Mediterranean salad with quinoa, yeah. Tabbouleh. She made tabbouleh.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love tabbouleh. That is like so fresh, so yummy. Oh, yes. I love it.
It is. It's very refreshing. It's also very good for you, right? All right. So
tacos with lamb?
We did wait a minute. It's tacos with lamb, but then what she did was the cucumber tzatziki sauce.
Okay,
which is
yogurt.
Then she goes, well, she says, we're gonna do that tacos. Why don't I get some pita bread and we'll make it with pita bread? And I'm like, I had some with pita bread, which is great, but I never did it with tacos, with just flour taco tortilla shells. It's great that way too. It's like the combinations you put into your taco shell is like a unique taco to yourself. But that's something that's usually done with pita, with the pouch. You basically open the pouch and you stuff it in. Same concept. It's just a different flavor of bread.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I would do
we
corn.
finished all that one night. We cleaned up that one night. It was gone. Yeah. So anyway, that was one we did.
Sometimes we got to experiment, y'all. That's part of what we do is to try to experiment and find what we like, try different things. And hopefully we give you ideas of how to experiment and try new things too. I would never have done chicken and waffles today. That would not have happened. But when I saw that Fran's, waffles, the thicker waffles, and mind you, I always keep Eggo waffles in my freezer. That's just I sometimes want a waffle. And what I love about an Eggo waffle is that when I throw it in, I could eat it by itself. I could add peanut butter, or I could add a little bit of honey or maple syrup, and it's yummy, but I could eat it by itself. And just a traditional waffle, I can't eat it by itself. It needs some stuff, but Eggo waffles, it's perfect.
You regular or buttermilk?
I've gotten both. I think I like the buttermilk a little bit more because it's a little bit thicker and fluffier, and it's only like 20 calories more.
Yeah. The other combination I've done with Eggo waffles, you're going to laugh.
Okay.
Toast the waffles, take 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, and make a sandwich out of them. Even better, put them on a plate with the sandwich, pour chocolate sauce and a little bit of cream on it. Oh, that's a dessert, baby. You would not believe how good Eggo waffles make for dessert.
Oh, I think it would be fine. It's kind of like your waffle bowl or your waffle cone. And I think I would only use one if I'm doing that. If I'm putting a scoop of ice cream, all the toppings, and then put it up. Yeah, I do just one, not 2. But an ice cream sandwich
makes a damn good ice cream sandwich. Just say, or the other thing I did one time. I tried it. It didn't come out as good, but I'm still going to tell it, because when I tell it, you're going to get the idea. Okay. Was I took that same idea, I mashed them down, put it in there, all right, and then I coated it with chocolate and put it back in the freezer.
Oh, fun.
Didn't freeze the way I wanted it to, but still it was an interesting concept, because now you've got a hard shell of frozen chocolate. The ice cream and the waffle are now a frozen treat. Now you pull it out.
What you needed to do
is you cut it in 4s and then you eat it like a pie.
Oh, nice. No, I think what would have made it better is, instead of like coating it with like the Hershey's or whatever, I think if you melt your own chocolate and then dip it and let it cool, that would have been better, because the way the chocolate is when you've melted it, it's going to solidify more beautifully. Yeah. And then once it cools, then it has a nice crisp on the outside, but it keeps everything together. I think that would have been a better way to go.
It would have, because it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. It still tasted good, but the concept is to basically you're making your own chocolate covered frozen ice cream sandwich. Yep. Like I said, it didn't come out the way I wanted it, but I tried it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And now you know next time you need to have it, where you've melted your chocolate, but you have to. That's the only problem with something like that, is that you have to have a certain amount of melted chocolate. And if you're not going to if you're going to have too much chocolate, then what do you do with the rest of it? Do you have molds that you can put it into and let it freeze, because then you can eat it that way? Because otherwise it's a waste of delicious, expensive chocolate that you just melted.
Well, here's the other thing is I remember growing up as a kid. Now, my brother Kenny was a better cook than I am, and he still is till this day. I love it. He just is. He experimented on cooking. He's a great welder, better than I am. There's so many areas he experimented on. Here's why he is better. And I know he'll never listen to my podcast, but I don't care. All right. I'm still going to tell you what he would do. When we were kids, we were teenagers, we'd come home. Mom wouldn't be home for an hour or two. So he would go through the kitchen, pull ingredients out, make something, and try it. Tasted like shit. He'd fold it down, throw it in the trash can. All right. Wash the dishes and redo the recipe again. You know what? He probably made more failures than he did successes, but the successes became so much good because he went, you know what? That didn't work. Let me try it again, but add this. Let me try it again and tweak that. All right. And he was a world-class, well, before he left the welding industry, he was a world-class welder. This guy welded, gasoline tankers that went on trains, right? Because he learned from make a mistake, correct the mistake. You know what I mean? And he did so much with food that he's so good. The other one that I have is and I know Tim watches this. My best friend as a child was Tim Schweinsberger, and if you can find him, woodworking baker on Facebook. He's a woodworker, but he's also a baker. He makes some great recipes too, as well. And Tim's a great cook as well. All right. He actually, I'm trying to get him to get his website back up, to get his blog back up, because he had a beautiful blog. It's right now. Follow him on Facebook. So woodworking baker on Facebook. Go follow him. His name's Tim. But same thing. Tim and I remember when we were kids. Tim and I actually were staying at his house one night. His mom was away, and him and I made these hamburgers. All right, using the idea of the McDonald's recipe. Fried them up, added the lettuce, added this. You know what I mean? We added a sauce to it. All right, we added cheese. We had all this stuff. Made all this stuff to it, and Tim would do that thing. He would experiment to find out what works.
Right.
Me, when it came to cooking, like I told you, my recipe I put in the freezer. It didn't work, so what did I do? I ate it, and I never tried it again. Instead of going, Gladys, what should I do to correct that?
Make your own chocolate sauce.
See, now I know. Make my own chocolate sauce and try it again.
Yeah.
All right. Just because you don't like the drink that you made, mix it with something different. Try it again.
Yeah, this was good, but the ratios that I did, I didn't like. So I had a little bit more here, and then I was like, oh, I like that. You know, you just have to adjust. What is it that you like? And your taste buds will change over the years. Like I used to not really like cumin, but I put a little bit. If it says 2 tablespoons, I do like a half teaspoon, you know, because I don't like cumin. Now I have learned to really like cumin, so I add more cumin than I ever did before. So you just have to adjust as your taste buds adjust. And if there's something you didn't like before, mushrooms, I will give as an example. Hated mushrooms since I was a kid. Hated them. But every few years, I try mushrooms again. Nope, still don't like them. I make them for my mama. She loved them. So I did cook them. I just didn't eat them. And then a few years later, I tried mushrooms again. Nope, still don't like them. And then I could tolerate. I got to the point where I could tolerate it like on a pizza, or so long as like a mushroom sauce, so long as I didn't eat the mushrooms. But when I came to Oregon and I was introduced to chanterelles, I was like, oh, no, that's a mushroom. And once I liked chanterelles, I was able to eat the bellas. I still don't like the whites. Definitely do not like the oyster. Oyster mushrooms taste ew. But I can tolerate the whites. I love the bellas. The chanterelles are my favorite, followed by the morels. Morels are very earthy, very woodsy. And then the bellas are very clean. Still taste a little bit like jerk, but I like that, you know, because I want that flavor. So I have learned that over the years, as I try different things, my taste buds have changed. And sometimes it's how they're made. So like green beans, very specific how I like them. If they're mushy, I do not like them. I will not eat them because I like the way I drink and I like the way I eat. And if I don't like the food, I ain't going to eat it. If I don't like the drink, I ain't going to drink it. So experiment, try different things.
That made me think of something, Gladys. And I know we're at 3/4 of the hour here. I watch, the TV I watched a TV show called Undercover Billionaire, and they did a second season. And in the second season, they put 3 different people in 3 different towns. Well, one of them, the one that I worked with, Joe Pardo, used to be my mastermind, and we did an analysis of the show, was in Southern Colorado. Grant Cardone went there to a small town in Southern Colorado.
Okay. There
was a food that he got there, and someone said, hey, man, you got to try this. So it was called a slopper. Look it up, slopper. SLOPPER.
Okay.
Usually too bad it's seared on a grill and a bun, but it's like an open thing with chili sauce and smoke flavors on top of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up. All right, it'll blow your mind. I've never gone up there to have one yet, but one of these days I'm going to, because it looked like a unique idea.
Okay.
But anyway,
well, y'all, let us know what you would pair.
If you had a slopper, let us know.
Yes, if you had a slopper, let us know and what you've paired your moonshine. And if you've not had moonshine, tell us why. And are you going to try it?
Yeah. And there are some great moonshines out there if you can't do the regular like I do or Gladys has done tonight.
Yeah.
Try the flavored ones. It's okay. The flavor ones are less alcohol, so they just
Midnight Moon, American Born, Climate.
and some of the flavors. So I want to talk about Climax a little bit. He has a wood fired whiskey, which is basically the same thing he's making with the moonshine, but he puts it into he does it into a wood like bourbon. He would soak it into a wood for a while to age it. He has a cinnamon one that is called something fire.
Okay.
All right, and I think he also has another. He has another wood fired one too, but it's just moonshine flavored or something like that. So
you got to just try different ones, see what you like. Let us know.
Yeah. So anyway.
Thank you all for being here. Make sure you go to likethewayyouDrink.com and get on our Insiders Club. You get to decide some of the things that we're going to have on the show, and you'll be invited to some of the events that we either host or go to. I will be going to Quartz Mountain Distillery on Saturday. They are having the Syrah rye release. And so that is where my rye was made, and my bourbon is still barreled. I got to bottle it.
Okay.
So if you want to help me bottle it, let me know. I will take you with me and we will bottle it together. It'll be fun. You have to be able to get into Portland or Vancouver. Well, it's the Portland airport. I will pick you up. I will make sure that you get taken care of and we will go and have a good time. But if you're local, just let me know. We'll make a day of it because I'm already planning sometime in March. I want to get that whiskey barreled because it's been there a year and a half and it should have been barreled like 6 months ago or bottled 6 months ago. I just haven't done it. So we'll see what else if I start a new barrel. I haven't decided yet. I probably will.
Cool. So,
and stuff.
And our business is kind of pay the bills around here, ladies and gentlemen. So if you need any of the following, all right, Gladys and I services, please go ahead and check it out. Gladys, tell them a little bit about your business real quick, and I'm going to put your website up.
Absolutely. Gladys Boutwell, Insurance by Design. I help you become employer of choice through providing employee benefits because there are 101 creative ways that you can attract and create quality staff and retain that quality staff because after you've trained them, you want to keep them. So how do you do that? Well, there's 101 different ways that you can do that. Let's have the conversation. Get on my calendar. Go to enrollnoworegon.com. We will have the conversation. If I cannot help you, guess what? I probably know a broker that will. But get on my calendar. We'll have the conversation. Gladys Boutwell, Insurance by Design. And This is my co-host.
So I'm going to tell you really quick, guys, go to Simple Easy Websites. Website building is one of the divisions I have at my company, simpleeasywebsites.com, where we build affordable website solutions and host and maintain them for you to run your small business. So we help you get more leads with what you're doing online. The other thing that I'm going to launch this week, so I'm going to say it here rather than I know Craig is going to be mad that I didn't say it on his stage first. I don't care. This is my podcast.
That's right. I'm excited.
Successesmechanical.com. All right, is my new program that I put together. It talks about helping you relate to how to build success in your life by using the aspect of an automobile to teach you. By using this method, we actually are hoping you to understand the mechanics of what will make you successful, and that hopefully you can find the tool in your life, like I found the automotive to teach me to be successful. You will find the tool in your life that will make you successful and will help you apply that same knowledge to whatever it is, the tool that you find in your world. For us, it's an automotive, it's an engine, it's a transmission, things like that. What many people never relate the success of what they want to do because they can't relate to the material. And so we created successesmechanical.com. Go in there and register now for the upcoming analytics. I'll have a diagnostic tool out this week that'll tell you what gear you're in, what gear you need to be in, and it'll help you solve the problem of why you're not moving ahead in life.
Love it. Excited for you.
Cool beans, huh?
Yeah.
As our old friend Carrie would say, cool beans. I miss Carrie. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week. Have a great week. In the meantime, guys, you know what I mean? Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.